All in line, we set and ready to go. Racing. First of the afternoon from that 1600. Douglas Devastator was a little bit slow off the mark, and he's tucking in at the back of the field. Admiral's Chance got away quickly. Can Cold is whipping round them on the outside to go and set the pace. Up there too in the firing line we got Indiview. A length and a half to Matsuyamo. He gives the lead a 4-length start. On his inside it's Badge of Honor. A length and a half further back we've got the Reflex sitting on the outside of Elusive Jewelers racing on the inside running rail. Then comes Douglas Devastator back, one from last, and Forbidden Beast is racing at the end of the line, and that one's sitting about 10 lengths off that leader as they make their way down towards the 900. It's Can Call, the one in front, that leads the way. Indiview is racing in second. Then comes Admiral's Chance on the inside running rail racing in third. Mutsuyamo's creeping closer with each and every call, the blue and grey colours. He's got about 4 lengths to track down. Half back on the inside we find Badge of Honor. Then comes the Reflex being scrubbed along. Next it's Elusive Jewel being followed behind that by Forbidden Beast, and racing at the end of the line we got Douglas Devastator as they straighten up with just on 400 meters left to go. It's Can Call that brought them for home. Mutsuyamo's into the clear up the middle. Down the inside we got Admiral's Chance. Deeper out the turf we got the Reflex. Indiview has come forward and hit the front. Down the inside it's Can Call. Mutsuyamo's now starting to lift up the outside. Mutsuyamo's coming at Indiview, and down the inside Can Call. It's Matsuyamo that puts his head in front close home. Matsuyamo wins it from Indiview. Can Call, and behind that came the Reflex. Will finish towards the back end of the field. Here's there on replay. In front, Indiview had moved up on the inside of that we had Can Call, but now Matsuyamo starts to lengthen his stride, and he comes home best of all to win the first of the afternoon going away. 7-6-3-9, the call of race 1.
There we go, smiles all round. The first favourite has arrived, and yep, racing for the Candice Bass Robinson stable, and the stable's been firing in Cape Town, I must say, and getting good comments coming through from the stable for the punters out there as well, and great for them to start on a good note this afternoon. Aldo, lovely to have you back in the winner's box here. Beautiful looker, beautiful mover. Tell us about it.
Lovely horse. I think we penciled this race in some time ago, but I think our intention was to bring him to the 800-meter straight, and he's been progressing, as you can see, but he's going to change to Polly. Obviously, we're going to have a few nervous moments. I think he must be 16 hands plus. At 2 years old, you know, he's got a long action, and as you can see, he's still very green. And he warms up into his action, and he starts finding momentum, and he kicks off well. Once he builds up ahead of steam, and I thought that's why the long straight would be ideal here today. I think at the 800, 900, I was off the bit. And
I saw that. I was going to ask you now.
Yeah, listen, some anxious moments, but I did know that he's going to unwind, and I need to warm him up there. So once he found stride with a furlong and a half to go, it's just a matter of him rounding it off, and he duly obliged. He was still green and looking around, but he's a big horse and he's maturing, and he was tenacious today. So I think we've given him every right to get beat here today. I think none of these things were in his favour or up his alley. So I think we threw him in the deep end, and I'm glad he could swim.
All right, I'm obviously going to ask Candice about the other runners of the day, but having chatted about change of surface, do you think it will affect any of your other mounts for Candice this afternoon?
I thought the one in the last was going to be hard to beat here over 5 down the straight, but now he's drawn 11 over 5, and I'm not sure if that's going to suit him. So from thinking he's probably my best right to almost putting him out of the equation, he can still perhaps come up just by proving us wrong, but the back
not as confident as what you were
100%.
previously.
Okay. The other two, I don't think it should matter too much. They're doing well. They've run around the turn, and they've performed quite smartly. So they do have toe, and they're precocious enough to suggest that they can still give a really bold showing, more so than I thought this was would. So yeah, I think we could still follow them with a fair deal of confidence, and the one in the back I'll probably eliminate, saying that you could have financial interest with him.
All right, thanks so much for sharing it. The punters do appreciate it. Well done.
Yeah, to Mr. Rippon and Arun and Warren Rippon as well, everyone involved here with this horse. He's maturing nicely, and I think you're going to have a bit of fun with him. Drakenstein, Candice, for the brave move always coming up here. Well done to you and your team.
Tremendous, thank you. Let's get that microphone over to the lady that has graced us with her presence. And see the horses in the parade ring, and I keep finding Candice in the parade ring because you always look so beautiful. Lovely to have you on course, Candice, once again. And you've started to take a little bit of an interest here to the Eastern Cape, and you find the right races, and you bring the runners.
I think that's what it's about, Neil, is finding the day where I've got some nice runners with some good chances, because it's quite a trip to make up here, and obviously transport costs to come up here. They must have winning chances to make it viable, and I enjoy coming up here. It's a nice trip. It's not too far, and if the horses are running well, it makes it even better.
Did the heart skip a beat when you heard changing to Polly?
I was a little bit concerned about it changing to Polly. Neil, he's a big, long striding horse, and Aldo probably told you the whole story.
Yes.
We specifically penciled this race in to get the nice long straights at Fairview. I think he would have loved that because he finds it a little bit short even on our winter course at home. So changing over to the Polly was always going to be a little bit of a concern. I was just hoping that it'd be better than the rest of the field today. And it took him a little while to unwind. They outsprinted him at the top of the straight here, but just watching it, you can see that he's got that big long stride and he's got a lot of momentum. So he just, every stride he was just unwinding. So it was a good win at the end of the day. As I said, this was definitely not going to be his ideal track, and I think he's going to be a lovely horse in time.
Nice to have Greg on course as well.
Yeah, lovely to have Greg. He made the trip down here today, so it's quite nice. I don't have to sit on my own either, so well done to him, to Warren and Arun. Nice start to the day. They've obviously got on the road again in the last two. I thought would have had a great chance today, but drawn 11 on the Polly now, I'm not so sure.
And we heard what Aldo said as well. Okay, let's just touch on the others before we get to Greg. In race 3 coming up, you've got Charlie Croker.
Yeah, I think he's was probably my best chance of the day, Neil. He's got good,
Travelled
strong
well.
Cape form. They've all travelled well. He's been around the turn. He's got a lot of toe, and I think he probably will be suited to the Polly. I think he's probably my best runner today.
All right, tremendous. Well, let's go to Greg. Candice, thanks so much. We've touched on the one in the last. We've heard what Aldo said and you as well. So we had the confidence, but maybe just tread warily at the back.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to from that draw.
Candice, pleasure. Thank you very much. Let's go to Greg and get Greg in the picture. It's the first time I've spoken to Greg. I've interviewed Warren on a few occasions. But great to have you here in the winner's box, and welcome to the bye.
This is fantastic. What an opportunity. Thanks to Candice and to Aldo. That was a fantastic ride. Yeah, we're a little bit nervous with the switch to Polly, but anyway, it arrived and we're home. And well done to Arun and to Warren. We can only go forward from here, so good.
Greg, where are you based? Tell us about yourself a bit.
No, I'm based in Grahamstown.
In Grahamstown,
Yeah.
okay.
So Warren's also sort of come back to the Eastern Cape, so he's also outside town on his farm.
Well, he needs to come into the race course, and we'd love to see him.
I was saying today, it's the first time I've ever been here, believe it or
Okay,
not.
it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we've never been here, but we've been to the old Fairview. That's how old we're actually getting. So,
yeah. Well, it's
Anyway,
great having you
yeah.
here, Greg. Well done
Thanks
to
very
you.
much. Yeah, great.
Tremendous. Take the mic with you. They'll get it from you on that side. There we go. Nice to have Greg Rippon in the winner's box, shall I say, and with the post-race interviews as well. We've heard what Aldo said. We've heard what Candice has said. It's just a pleasure having quality horses, quality trainer and jockey here joining us in the Eastern Cape.